This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, welcome and adab. You are listening to Bharat FM, a one of its kind, multilingual, eclectic provider of entertainment, information and news to Indian Americans. Headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio, Bharat FM airs shows out of Cincinnati, Chicago and Phoenix. We take pleasure in our ability to cater to your bhakti, chusti, sfurti, shakti and masti needs with our audio and visual shows. Check out bharatfm.com for our online program schedule and archives. I'm sure the content will definitely tickle your senses. Tune in via the 24-hour web streaming on bharatfm.com or via the Bharat FM app. More information can be procured at 513-488-5070.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Storytellers Cafe. I'm your host, Usha Venkatraman. Happy Diwali, Shubh Deepavali. We've been here for the last 4 days listening to wonderful stories about each day of celebration. So, this Diwali, the Festival of Lights, is celebrated for 5 days. And Sonia Bareja, our guest from New Delhi, has been telling us wonderful stories about the celebrations, the story behind the celebrations. Right? Every festival has a story to tell. And we all know the Festival of Lights, it's the victory of good over evil. But when you start peeling the layers behind each festival, it unravels a story within a story and a story. So today is the last day. Today's festival, or the day we celebrate as Bhaiya Dooj or Bhai Dooj, and Sonia, our guest from New Delhi, will tell us all about this day. Let me get her onto the studio and I will introduce her, and then Sonia will take over. Sonia, welcome to the last day of this Diwali special segment on Storytellers Cafe.
Thank you so much, Usha, and thank you so much to all the listeners and viewers for having me here.
It's been our pleasure to host you, Sonia, and I was completely blown away by yesterday's story about Govardhan Puja and the story. Like I said, I'm a Carnatic classical vocalist. I know a song about Govardhan Giridhari. Um, know the story vaguely, but then, why that is celebrated around Diwali was something new. And thank you for telling us about that. And welcome to all the listeners from across the United States, especially Phoenix, Cincinnati, Chicago, San Francisco, New York, and to all the listeners and viewers from New Delhi, Mumbai, and all the other cities across India and also around the world. Because we do have storytellers from Australia right up to Canada, and I hope the Indian diaspora is tuning in and listening to this special Diwali segment on Storytellers Cafe. I have the pleasure of introducing once again Sonia Bareja to you, my friends. Sonia Bareja is a co founder and chief story facilitator at StoryKnack, a consulting and coaching firm which provides workshops plus programs to businesses and academia, facilitating the knack of storytelling. Sonia is an incisive professional with over 20 years of varied experience, and after having worked with some top tier brands such as Wrigley, Samsung, Xerox, and Tupperware, is now a story coach, certified mindfulness practitioner, and facilitator. She has been soaring across the globe in the realm of children, parents, and teachers. She likes to especially tell mythological and historical tales from India. She delves in various projects around storytelling, performance and business, creative writing for young adults, students, brand creative and content development for businesses. Sonia also mentors young adults in the United States around storytelling and creativity. If you've not explored her social handles, let me just um, refresh your memories. You can follow Sonia on Facebook at StoryKnack, KNAC, and she also has her individual handle, which is Sonia Bareja.7, on LinkedIn, StoryKnack, Instagram, again at StoryKnack, just like Facebook, and her website is www.storyknack.com. So, Sonia, welcome once again to Storytellers Cafe. What have you for us today?
Thank you so much, Usha. But before I begin the story, I want to take this moment to thank you, all our viewers and listeners, for making my Diwali this year super special. Because Diwali, anyway, for Indians, is a festival of light and brightness, as they say. But you all made it even more special because what does a storyteller need is to tell stories, and that too mythological stories and the stories of festival during the festival time. So thank you so much. And as you rightly said, that today is the fifth day of the 5 day Diwali Deep Mahotsav, as we call it. And therefore, it's the culmination and is the last day of the Mahotsav. And it's known by different names such as Bhai Dooj, Bhaiya Dooj, or Bhai Beej. And as the name signifies, I'm sure everybody must have figured out that there is something to do with brothers and sisters also being a part of it. But what is it and why do we do it is something which we'll unfold in the story.
Wonderful. Sonia, I just want to also say that people appreciated what we did for Navratri. And this segment, my niece and nephews across the US were asking me, Auntie, is there a story that I can tell my 1 year old? So this is for you, Amrita Jaikumar from San Francisco, and Bharat and Nitya, Amrita and Arun. Do gather your little ones next to you and tell them the story of Diwali, the fifth day. Stage is yours, Sonia.
Thank you so much. Let's just share the story, Usha. दिन यानी कि कार्तिक मास की शुक्ल पक्ष की द्वितीया को भाई दूज का त्योहार मनाते हैं। इस दिन बहनें भाइयों को अपने घर बुलाकर सच्चे मन और प्रेम भाव से उनके माथे पर रौली और अक्षत का तिलक लगाती हैं और आरती की थाली कुछ यूं सजाती हैं और उस आरती की थाल में से वो धागा बांधती हैं, तिलक लगाती हैं, भाइयों की आरती उतारते समय उनकी लंबी आयु की कामना करती हैं। और ऐसा मानते हैं कि जो भाई अपनी बहनों का ये आतिथ्य और प्रेम भाव सच्चे मन से स्वीकार करते हैं, उन भाइयों को लंबी आयु की कामना की प्राप्ति होती है। इन सब के पीछे भी हमारे हिंदू शास्त्र में बहुत सी कथाएं प्रचलित हैं, लेकिन सब कथाओं में से एक पौराणिक कथा बहुत ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है और वो कथा है मृत्यु के देवता यमराज की और सूर्य की पुत्री यमुना की, जो भाई बहन थे। क्योंकि इस कहानी में यमराज हैं, इसलिए इस त्योहार को यम द्वितीया के नाम से भी जाना जाता है। तो आइए जानते हैं यमराज और यमुना की भाई दूज की कहानी। कहानी कुछ इस तरह शुरू होती है कि सूर्य की पत्नी का नाम था संज्ञा और संज्ञा की दो संतानें थीं, यमराज और यमुना। लेकिन संज्ञा सूर्य का तेज सहन नहीं कर पाती थी, इसलिए उन्होंने अपनी छाया द्वारा निर्मित की गई एक मूर्ति बनाई। वही छाया सूर्य देव के साथ रहती थी, लेकिन छाया को दोनों संतानों से कुछ ज्यादा प्यार नहीं था। परंतु यमुना को अपने भाई यमराज से और यमराज को अपनी बहन यमुना से बहुत प्यार था। यमुना अक्सर अपने भाई यमराज के यहाँ जाती और खूब प्रेम भाव से उनके साथ बातें करती, और जब भी उनके घर से वापस आती तो यमराज को अपने घर आने का न्योता देना नहीं भूलती थी। यमराज भी अपनी बहन को स्नेह पूर्वक हमेशा कह देते कि मैं तुम्हारे पास जल्द शीघ्र ही आऊंगा। लेकिन यमराज व्यस्त होने के कारण अपनी बहन के यहाँ कभी जा नहीं पाते थे। एक दिन बैठे बैठे यमराज ने सोचा कि मुझे यूं तो कोई अपने घर बुलाता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं मृत्यु का देवता जो ठहरा, एक मेरी बहन ही है जो इतने प्यार से मुझे आदर सत्कार के साथ अपने यहाँ न्योता देती है। आज मैं अपनी बहन के घर जाता हूँ। यह सोचकर यमराज यमुना के घर के लिए रवाना हुए। यमुना अपने भाई को देखकर बहुत खुश हुई। उसने तुरंत आरती की थाली कुछ यूं सजाई। उसने अक्षत यानी चावल और रौली लेकर अपने भाई का तिलक किया और हाथ में धागा भी बांधा, और बहुत स्वादिष्ट भोजन के साथ उसने आदर सत्कार किया। ये सब देखकर यमराज बहुत खुश हुए। जब जाने की बारी आई तो यमराज ने अपनी बहन यमुना के सिर पर हाथ फेरते हुए कहा कि आज मैं बहुत प्रसन्न हूं, तुम मुझसे कुछ मनचाहा वर मांगो। यमुना ने हंसते हुए जवाब दिया कि भैया, मेरे पास तो सब कुछ है, बस आपका स्नेह और आपका प्यार यूं ही बना रहे। पर यमराज कहाँ मानने वाले थे। उन्होंने आग्रह करते हुए यमुना से वर मांगने के लिए कहा। तब यमुना ने कहा कि आप मुझसे वादा कीजिए कि हर साल इसी तिथि पर आप मुझसे तिलक लगवाने जरूर आएंगे, और मैं ही नहीं बल्कि उन सब बहनों को जो इस तिथि पर अपने भाइयों को तिलक लगाएंगी और सच्चे मन से उनकी लंबी आयु की कामना करेंगी, आप उनको ये वर देंगे। क्योंकि यमराज बहुत प्रसन्न थे, उन्होंने हंसते हंसते यमुना को ये वरदान दे दिया। बस तभी से ये बात प्रचलित है कि कार्तिक मास की शुक्ल पक्ष की द्वितीया को भाई दूज के रूप में जो बहनें अपने भाइयों को अक्षत रौली का तिलक करती हैं और सच्चे मन से उनकी लंबी दीर्घ आयु की कामना करती हैं, और जो भाई अपनी बहनों के इस सच्चे प्रेम को, आतिथ्य को स्वीकार करते हैं, उन्हें लंबी आयु की पूर्ति होती है। और यह कहकर यमराज वहां से चले गए। तो ये थी हिंदुओं की सबसे प्रचलित यमराज और यमुना की भाई दूज की कहानी। और इसी भाई दूज के साथ दीपावली के 5 दिन का दीप महोत्सव भी संपन्न होता है। आशा करती हूँ आपको ये कहानी बहुत पसंद आई होगी। धन्यवाद।
Sonia, such a pleasure to listen to you. So beautifully you narrated and expressed yourself. It's like, I mean, of course, you're a professional. I'm talking about a TV presenter professionally talking to us. Fabulous. Thank you so much. Sonia, I wanted to ask you while you were talking about Bhai Dooj, I was reminded about the other festival, Raksha Bandhan. Is there a difference? Both are for brothers and sisters. If there is, do let us know. You're muted,
Oh,
Sonia.
what a no, I'm saying what a beautiful question to ask, Usha. And thank you for asking this because we can enlighten our viewers and listeners. Because both the festival revolve around brothers and sisters, and you rightly said that there is a brother and there's a sister, and it's about their love and bonding. So that's the stark similarity between the two. But there is a very strong difference between the two. While the Raksha Bandhan is a festival where the brothers take a vow to protect their sisters, it's the opposite in Bhai Dooj, where the sisters take a vow to, or a pledge to protect their brothers. And that's what the essence of the story taught us or showed us just a while ago, that how the sisters put that tilak on the foreheads of their brothers, and they pray for the longevity and healthy life of their brothers. So that's where the basic difference lies between the two. And obviously, the time period. The Raksha Bandhan comes during the Shravan Maas, as Indians call it, or somewhere in the rainy season, which is July and August. And Bhai Dooj falls during the Kartik Maas, or the month of November, usually. So that's also one difference.
Thank you. Thank you for enlightening us. And also, I never knew the story of Surya and about Chaya and the two children of Sanjana, all Sandhya, right? Sandhya.
Sangya, Sangya,
Sangya.
Sangya. Yeah.
Sandhya, yes. So uh, I didn't know that the children have this story about for Bhai Dooj. And that's the beauty of our myths. If you tend to delve a little deeper, just like peeling an onion's layer, you discover layers within layers and filled with stories. And I love listening to stories. So I'm sure most of us love listening to stories. There's something so calming, magical about listening to stories and just listening because it takes you to that realm. So I hope viewers you've been enjoying all the 5 days and don't despair. If you couldn't catch it at 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time or 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, it's archived in Bharat FM. You can go to our Facebook page to the playlist of Storytellers Cafe and then view this segment, all the 5 days segment, and also on YouTube. You just have to click Storytellers Cafe with Sonia Bareja, and day one, day two, day three, day four, day five will just unfold. It's a wonderful way to, sit with your family, cozy up, and listen to stories during this beautiful festival of lights. And it's also the perfect weather, right? I know across US it's winter, autumn has just ended and it's winter, and it's nice to sit there in the cozy, in the in the comfort of your home and switch on the TV and listen to the stories. And also in India, perfect time in the evening to listen to stories. So do take 15 minutes of your time to listen to Storytellers Cafe, the Diwali special. Thank you so much, Sonia. Is there anything that you would like to tell our viewers before we let you go? Since the 5 days are over here finally.
No, yeah, yeah, but I just want to take this, this moment to thank everybody who's been there with us. Obviously, Usha, you've been doing such phenomenal work by bringing in tellers from across the country on this platform, and giving the flavor and fragrance of Indian stories to Indians staying outside of India. So nothing can be more beautiful than this. And as you said that stories is something which we all love listening to because they take us to that imaginary world or the world of history or the world of religion. And therefore, we all love listening to these mythological tales. And I specifically want to thank you and all the people listening out there for making, like I said, making my Diwali super special this year. Right after 2 years, because of pandemic, none of us celebrated Diwali the way we do always. But this year, it turned out to be even more special. So thank you so very much, Usha, for doing this.
Thank you, Sonia. Like you said, it's been special because now I know the significance. When I started, I knew the story, the folk tale behind the clever washerwoman and goddess Lakshmi, as to why we celebrate the Festival of Lights. But that's also a wonderful story. But you have kind of created a doorway for me that there are so many stories, and it's been magical these 5 days of Diwali, ushering in the new year, celebrating this bonding between brothers and sisters, talking about Govardhan Puja, the Lakshmi Puja, the Naraka Chaturdashi, and of course Dhanteras. So
Yeah.
beautifully, um, you have brought all the 5 days alive through stories, because stories are unforgettable, right? You can never forget the story. So this is always will be etched in my mind for sure, and of course I think in all the viewers who are watching this segment.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Usha. Thank you so much. And obviously, wishing everybody who's here and who's not been able to be here and may just visit this page a very, very happy Diwali. This is a Diwali which brings prosperity and happiness and longevity for the entire one year. until the next Diwali comes in. So stay blessed, stay happy, and always listen to stories and share stories. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonia. Well said.
Yeah.
So, friends, I'll see you next week. We have a special for Children's Day, same place, same time at 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and I think we can still say 11:30 a.m. till we change, to the daylight savings and then move to 10:30 a.m. So thank you, Sonia. Thank you, and wishing you once again and your family a very happy Diwali.
Thank you. And same to you, Shah. Love to your family. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.